Yo, 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 yo. Q, what it do? What it do, man? What's poppin', man? Thanks for joining in, man. Crystal clear. Peace, 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 man. Peace. Thanks for joining in, man. We got 5 people in the building. Been good, man. Been grinding at work, man. You know what I'm saying? How you been? Yo, peace, 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 peace. Addy God, man. Yeah, my fellow and Sonic brother, man. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate that, Crystal Clear. All right. Resin was good, my guy. Putting in that work. I see you. I don't say much, but I be seeing what you're doing, so I respect that. You know what I mean? Dude, be my brother. Word, word. That's peace, addict. Pet. Peace, peace, beat. Word. I'm gonna call you beat. Beat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. That's my phone. It's my phone. My bad. My bad. Yes. Now I just came up here, man, to chop it up with y'all, man. Just yeah, man, just talk shit, man. Just chop. Hit me some questions, man. Any type of questions, man. Just chop the shit. How many hypnotized mind albums I got, man? It's hard to tell, man. I don't got that much. I got the essentials. Let's put it like that, man. I got like I got the Kingpin Skinny Pimp. Got that the first album for '96. You know what I mean? Kizo, my guy. You already. Queens get the money. Yes, I'm on my Myers, that Jamaican rum. You know what I'm saying? And orange juice. They have. Yo, I went to Total Wine after work. Yo, Ray and Nephews was out of stock. It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Cause that shit be always there, but I guess people caught up with the times and shit. But Resin, what you been bumping, man? I mean, random shit, man. Like honestly, like when I do my reviews, I use my iTunes, my iPod Touch, and I have like I have this shit on shuffle, so I listen to various shit, man. I'm not gonna lie, I heard the new West Side Gun album. I was disappointed. I wasn't really digging the beats. I'm gonna be real with you on that. What up, Reg? Yo, Crystal Clear. Yo, congrats on that. The new house, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Congrats on that, man. That's the goal, man. Get in a house, man, or apartment. Don't matter, yo. Just as long as you have something your own name, that's dope. So Q Smooth, there's been a lot going on in hip hop community. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of bullshit. I know one of the questions y'all gonna ask me about that. If I feel like it, I might talk my shit. But I'm gonna be careful what I say because I don't want my shit getting taken down. Uh Crystal Clear, bro. I've been bumping 3 6 Mafia all week. Yo, I'm with it, man. Yo, 3 6 Mafia, man. Fucking one of the best hip hop groups to come out of the South, man. One of the best hip hop groups of all time, man. DJ Paul and Juju J, like they're some of the most talented brothers, man. They're not the best MCs of the world, but their production, man, crazy. Jalil asked, yo, shout out to Jalil. Did you get a chance to listen to Nas King Disease 1 and 2? And he's also coming out with King Disease on November 11th, which is November. It is fire. No, a lot of people been telling me to peep that. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. You know, I'm gonna check it out. So, Antoine, yeah, I'm doing good, man. I've been doing good, man. I've just been working a lot. Like last week, I did 60 hours last week, and then this week I did 48. But I'm off this weekend, so I'm good, man. My guy Rudy, man. That's my day one right there, man. That's my brother right there, man. Dope dude, man. One day I would love to meet with you, man. Bro, my Bay Area brother. Word. Ah, man. Science class goes hard. Ray killed it. I gotta revisit the album, but it's just the production, man. I go by the beats first and the lyrics, and I don't know, man. The production for me, man, for West Side Gun, that 10, I wasn't really digging, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm very critical when it comes to beats, man. So, because I make beats myself, and I think that's what spoils my, I guess my taste when it comes to artists and when it comes to production with certain artists. Because with Westside Gun, to me, the last dope shit he put out, in my opinion, from him himself, was "Who Made the Sunshine." That shit was dope, and and then Hitler was Henry's Part 8, Side A and Side B, fire, and "Who Made the Sunshine." But other than that, man, this shit, nah, I felt like it could have been better in my opinion. Have you listened to the I've heard good things about the Magic. I gotta check that out. I've heard great things about that album. Definitely will check that out. Q Smooth, favorite hardcore album. Yeah, that's hard, man. I got a couple, but my favorite is Nada's "Do You Believe in God." That's my favorite hardcore album. Although Isham, he doesn't like to be called hardcore. He's acid rap. So, bro, only thing dope to me was made in 2000, 1979 and 2009. Everything after 2010 sucks. No, you got some dope joints, but I respect your opinion though. I heard Jadakiss is selling his catalog. He probably hurting for money. Why would you sell your catalog, man? All that hard work you put in, it's like, what's the point of that? Being team, peace, my brother. How this year been for you in your life compared to the last 2 years? This year sucked. I hated this year. I fucking hated this year. This was a bad year. But you know what? I'm still alive. Be able to wake up every day, have a job, be able to go on live, talk to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But to answer your question, it was a shaky year for me. But um, next year, it's what you make of it. I don't believe in New York. When I was younger, the whole New Year's revolution, resolutions and things like that. I just believe in that. Now I don't really believe in that. It's what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? You are the New Year resolution, if that makes sense. It's what you make of it. So crystal clear. Any new pickups? Ha 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 ha. Stay tuned. Always, 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 man. Again, I've picked up. I went digging last weekend. I bought some stuff, but I got CDs. I bought like $25 worth of CDs. That's like literally like 25 plus the CDs I bought this last weekend. So I got enough to do like 3 to 4 CD collection videos. So we good on that. So oh man. Okay, what's your favorite reggaeton albums in the '90s? I don't like reggaeton. I'll be real with you. Not really. I don't like reggaeton. Reggae. I mean, you gotta be specific. So, are you talking about? Cause you got dancehall, or you got reggaeton. Excuse me. You got reggae. You got dancehalls. You gotta be specific. I'm assuming you're thinking dancehall. That's kind of hard because there's a lot of classic dancehall albums, man. But some of my favorites, man. You got like Bounty Killers, My Experience from '96. I think that's his best album. Beanie Man's Maestro from '96. Fucking love that album. Yeah, yeah. He sounded to Jada. He talked about Jadakiss sounding to Puffy. Crazy. That's crazy. Jadakiss or Cam on solo catalog. I'm going with Cam on that. MG was good, my guy. Well rapper in your opinion, who doesn't have classics in your opinion? Hmm. Damn, that's I never thought of that. Well rapper in your opinion, who has don't have classics in your opinion? Ooh, ooh. Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with PMD, man. Paris Smith, his solo stuff, man. Those are not they're dope albums, and they're not classics, if that makes sense. Cause that Shady Business album, I love the production on the album, but his rhyme was trash, yo. Cause like at that time he was going through that beef with Eric Sermon, E-Dub, man, and then on that album he was like straight, he was just like straight, angry, and he just sounded like mad sloppy, and I just wasn't digging that shit. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, that's what popped in my head. You know what I mean? But his second album, Business is Business, that came out '96, that was a better album. You know what I mean? He was kind of like more. It was more structured compared to the first album. But what I loved about the first album was like really dark. It was. I loved the production on the album, so it was dope. You know what I mean? So MG, do I collect vinyl? Yes, I do. I'll show you some joints, man, that I have. All right, all right. Guitaro, Funk Kick. All my producers, if you guys know about this, you know about that. All right, Little Feet. Okay, my hip hop heads. If you guys know, you know. Drum drops. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. James Brown, yeah. All my early '90s hip hop heads should know about this album right here. If you're a producer, you guys should know about that. Got some joints, man. Yeah. Yeah, OJ's. Um, Motherlode, Kenny Loggins. Yeah. Jaco Pastorius. Rest in peace. Died in '87, my born year. He's part of, Weather Report. Main ingredient. A lot of sample classes on this joint right here. Silvers. Yeah. A lot of classic joints right here. All right. Drum breaks. Say Turretine joint right here. I got more joints, man. I got like probably over 1,000 joints, man. But yeah, I got records for days, man. And then I got then I got like got the drum library joints. Yeah, yep. Funky drummer Cole's best joints. Yeah, got that. Volume 3. I'm trying to get Volume 1 and Volume 2, but they're hard to come by. They're expensive. Can't find them on Discogs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then I got the bootleg joint right here. You know what I'm saying? I showed these to Carlos Best on Facebook. It's like, damn, you got the bootleg joint. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, got all the drum library joints. I don't got all of them, but I got like up to 12, I think. I got to up to 11. So two, yeah, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so yeah, a little something. Yeah, over here. Ooh, yeah. feel like Cannabis is another Dolores Dance Ever classic. I agree with that. That's a good Okay, let me go back to that. Last week's CDs I buy was Antoine says Czarface, Zarmageddon, Shine 2000, Must Be Ice Cream Man, Nine Inch Nails, Downward Spiral, ID and ID Firstborn, Kendrick Lamar, Miss Mo. Okay, you got some joints, man. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan, so Fab. Yeah, I agree. Fab does not have a good album. That's a good. I haven't think about that. Jalil hanging in it, been hanging there. My grandmother passed away recently last year from cancer. Mom, so I'm still my condolences, man. I fucking hate cancer. My dad died from cancer, so I'm very sensitive when it comes to cancer. So my condolences to you on that, man. That's wow, man. I appreciate you sharing that, man, because that's real. So I appreciate that, man. So my condolences, man, because that when you have someone that died that for a long time, like even though yeah, you could be some years that pass, you should never get over that. You know what I'm saying? Because the emotional love that person that gave you, even if you get like a partner would never give you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel you on that, man. So my condolences to you, my brother. Jay Kiss is have a classic. I disagree. That Kiss Again Goodbye, fucking love that. That to me is a classic. But again, I don't know. I know some people talk shit about that album, but I don't know. You got to be in the building to be to know about that album, man. In New York, that was highly anticipated. So one day I have to do a review on that album. But yeah, um, Makai, do you listen to hip hop before 1987? Yeah, somewhat. I got some. Yeah, I listen to some stuff. I do listen, but to me, the prime years in the '80s when it comes to hip hop was like '87 to '89. I think those were the prime years of hip hop in the '80s. Oh shit! So down. Oh, man, sorry about that. Because says I feel like um Crystal Clear says RZA. The Bobby Digital album was dope. I like that album. I know a lot of people didn't like that album. I liked it. I think his first two solo joints were dope. After that, he kind of he went elsewhere. I wasn't digging them shits. I feel like Cannabis and there's another dope lyrics, but he doesn't have any classic in mind. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Cassie, yeah, he does not have a good album. He has songs here and there on the albums, but that's it. But not to listen to throughout. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who's an old school rapper that the newer music isn't as good as anymore? Karis One, in my opinion. Yeah, Karis One. Yeah, he's just like, all right, dude. Just I get it, but yeah, nah. Yeah, MG. Yeah, nice final. Appreciate that. Being team. Now we talking. Yeah, I'm just catching up on the old comments. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Mm. Have you ever planned to do a podcast or even heard? I mean, I'm with Speaker Cloud. I was doing my own shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, I got the YouTube shit, you know what I'm saying? Podcasts, but with Speaker Cloud. So that's family. So, if that answers your question. But my own shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then you gotta be dedicated and you know what I'm saying? Because like I do have a life outside of YouTube, so it's like I'm not as consistent as other people. So it's like you know how it is. Like when you're not consistent, the attention span for some people are like flies. Um, they're not. If you're not consistent, they won't fuck with you. That kind of thing. But you guys, y'all official. I could be down 6 months and I put out dope shit, and y'all so fuck with me. So I do appreciate that. I know y'all. Some of y'all are family men, so y'all respect me. So I love that about y'all. So I fuck with y'all. But as far as like a podcast of myself, I don't know. I never thought about that. I feel like for now, this would be my shit right here. So this would be my forte. But we'll see. Okay. Bro, how come Beastie Boys and House of Pain and Thurber's don't get hate like Eminem does because he's white? Because Beastie Boys, they true to themselves, you know what I'm saying? House of Pain too, Third base, they from the hood. They all from the hood, man. And Eminem, like the thing with Eminem, man, it's like, the whole some shady shit. That shit is a gimmick, man. Cause he wasn't doing that shit in '96 when he put out Infinite. So when he signed with Dr. Dre, like that, you got to think about that. Like you look like if you follow Eminem, you listen to the Slim Shady EP or the Infinite album from '96, the Slim Shady EP from '97, '98. He wasn't doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. When I first, I was young, I like, Slim Shady LP and then Marshall Mathers and all that shit. Eminem show I wasn't really too crazy about. But but also too, Eminem, he was fucking dissing pop stars. These niggas weren't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So everything he did was for clout. Yeah, he's talented, but and then I gotta remember too at that time, he was on heavy. He was on active addiction. So that's why, and then a lot of people can relate to Eminem. You know, so dark mom. I'm here like Reeves. Oh man, it's funny. MG says I bought so much vinyl that I started to go more broke. Vinyl is amazing. Yeah, vinyl can be expensive, man. There was a point, man. In certain records, man, I would buy one record for a drum break. That should be like $40, straight up, facts. But that shit got too expensive. I had to stop that, man. That's why I cop joints like the drum library, so I didn't have to do that, you know. Because I could be on some, because again, like for example, let me show y'all this, right? Hold on. So like this drum break, right? This is the joint that um DJ Premier used for Come Clean. The drums for Come Dream, Come Clean came from this drum break. All right, I bought this years ago. I bought this like 2014, 2015. You know what I mean? This is the reissue. It's not the OG. So it's like shit like that. Like niggas paying like $40, $60, $100 for one record for one drum break. I was that nigga, but I was like, nah, it's too much. Can't do that. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jadakiss doesn't have a classic album. I can respect that, but I disagree too. I'm with you, MG. That Kiss Again Goodbye album again. If you lived in New York in 2001, that album was highly anticipated, especially the hype that LOX had at that time. Crazy, crazy. The hype that they had at that time was crazy. And Jadakiss was like the shining star at the time. Still to this day. I mean, Styles is getting more shine too, but with the whole positive shit with the juice bar and all that and the workout shit. But at the time in 2001, when Jadakiss was a little chubby, what I mean, he was rocking the baldy and shit. Yeah, and Jadakiss, man, you don't look good with hair, bro. You need the baldy back. I need the baldy back. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, my guy. You need that baldy. Oh shit, my boy Mike. Mike says, my nigga, yeah, we live in this bitch. Speaking clout, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I keep saying, man, like you want me to have my own podcast, but this is my shit. But also speaking clout, I'm part of that too. That's my shit right there. It's my nigga right there, man. You already. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see if it's good. In your opinion, what was Cannabis' last good album? That's a good question, man. Um, mm, I mean, I guess Rip the Jacker. I guess. I mean, he got hip hop for sale. I mean, he got some joints, man, but he's hit or miss, man. More miss. I did like the Lyrical Law album that he put out back in I think like 2010. But what was bullshit about that? Like you had to go to a website to get that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fly God 10 releases today. Yeah, it came out, man. It came out. Daughter L Cool J 14 Shots to Door. One of my favorite albums. I did a review on that album, so we get a chance, check my review on that joint. Adam Phillips. Kiss of the Game could have been it if you cut about four horrible tracks. What tracks are those, man? Yo, put yeah. I will let you know what tracks are those because that was a classic in my opinion. I fucking love that album. Serious question, but do you still RuPaul's music? Is I got his first one. Nah, I ain't jacking that. Nah, RuPaul, nah, I'm good on that. You like Sister Sonic? Part of me like him a bit more than Ruda, than Roots. I respect their contribution to hip hop, but I like that Blood, Sweat, and Tears album that they dropped back in like '91. That was dope. But I'm more of a Roots fan. To be honest with you, AG is in my top five ever. I respect that guy. AG is nasty. AG the Giant, fire. His solo joint is dope. The worst Wu Tang album, in my opinion, is A Better Tomorrow. I definitely agree. Graffiti, my guy, Graffiti, my dude was popping, my G. For some reason, that Bobby Digital album could have been better. It seemed like RZA has so much of the fire production in his own shit, but it seems gives. Yeah, but you gotta remember though, man. If you listen to Wu Tang Forever, you could kind of even before Wu Tang Forever. If you listen to like the Cuba Links, the Purple Tape, Liquid Swords, Iron Man, he was delving into. He was kind of giving you hints of what his sound was gonna sound like later on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But you gotta remember, and I respect that because RZA, he did it under a different alias, and I respect that. He didn't do it under RZA. He did it under Bobby Digital. RZA, as in Bobby Digital, because unlike some artists, when you got some artists, they'll put out an album on a different style and sell it as that artist. Like, nah, my nigga. Like, I can understand if you went to a different alter ego and put it out in the alter ego. If niggas don't fuck with it, all right, you know what to expect. It's like I'm not coming out as RZA. I'm coming out as Bobby Digital. You know what I'm saying? So that I respect. But I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? Because it didn't have the samples and things like that. And it's funny if you listen to the album, he had a skit. I forgot. I think it was the skit. I think it was like Lab Drunk or like one of the songs or one of the skits or one of the songs that he was talking shit about niggas using ultimate break beats and things like that. Just the niggas using that shit, like producers and shit like that. So that was kind of interesting on that. So, but I respect that. I respect your opinion, Graffiti. You're a good one. Yeah, man. That basement flood is crazy, man. If you notice, like, um, yeah, there's no instrumental for Winter Wars for Ghostface Killer. None at all. So yeah, crazy, man. And then the Inspector Deck album that was supposed to come out in like '97. Oh my god, that should have been dope. I love Uncontrolled Substance. I think that's his best album. But I would have imagined what that album would have sounded like, man, if that came out like '96, '97. Because I think to me the only way we would know what the album sounded like if you heard the song Let Me At 'Em on the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. I think that's like the only way. Uh, yeah, Graffiti, the Basement Flood. Yeah, tragic. Yeah, I agree. Jalil, he says, "Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. She's my main sound, but with she was this may sound weird, but even though she was my grandma, she was more of a mom to me. We spent so many years since I was born, and I love my mom. I respect that. I know a lot of people like that. They didn't really have like good relationship with their moms. They were more, um, they had a more closer relationship with their grandmothers. So I respect that. You know. So, but once again, Michael Dones is you, brother, for real. Purple Haze versus Kiss of Death. Which one? Purple Haze all day. Kiss of Death was trash. I hated that album. It had some joints like shootouts and real hip hop and all that shit. Because when the Champions Here mixtape came out that same year promoting Kiss of Death, I was highly anticipated. But then when he came out with Kiss of Death, I was like, ah. That's my nigga Mike. Mike will tell you the same thing, yo. Yeah, speaking cloud all fucking day. All day, every day, 24/7, 365. You heard? That's right. Antoine, dope vinyl collection, Steve. I love that, bro. Hard to find. Rare attentions. Oh, wow, really? One of the main ingredient vinyl from that, yeah. Yeah, a lot of them joints the Temptations album, I got digging in the wild, and then like the James Brown joint, I bought that on disc. I think eBay or Discogs. I got that online. Eminem was sharking outside style from Jersey. Yeah, he was rocking with them at that time. Yeah, yeah, Mike. I'm with you. Tired of Eminem. Fuck that dude, man. He's corny. I agree with you on that, Mike. Beastie Boys came out during the beginning of hip hop, so they're gonna get more love because Eminem's more mainstream. I'm gonna be real with you. I think Less is the Ill, Paul's Boutique. I think they're overrated albums. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I'm more of a check your head, ill communication type of nigga. Roots Down EP. You know what I mean? So pretty much 92 to 95. That's my favorite era of Beastie Boys for me. Let's see, let's see. True or true 3-6 Mafia, Mystic Styles? 3-6 Mafia all day, Mystic Styles. When DJ Premier did the verses with RZA, I wish he would have played Roscoe's Golden Child. That track was so hard. Man, they need a redo, in my opinion. What the hell is going on with Kanye? Because now that he's been doing and the recency he's been saying maybe not most of his music. Fuck Kanye. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna be real with you. Never liked Kanye, so that's my thoughts on that. Kizaginko has a lot of classic albums, classic joints on there for sure. Absolutely. Come Home With Me or Kiss Again Goodbye. Kiss Again Goodbye for me, man. Yeah, to me. But I love Come Home With Me though. What deceased rapper in your opinion should have released more albums if they were alive? I would say Easy E, man. I think Easy E should have put out more albums in my opinion. That's right, Mike. Speaking Cloud is a more black. Yeah, man, for real. That's right. What's your favorite years in R&B in general? How would you rank R&B in the '90s from early to mid to late? My favorite years of R&B. Honestly, I would say mm, for me that I listen to mostly, I would say '80s and '90s for me. I would say '80s to early 2000s for me. This is my favorite era for R&B for me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Um, and as far as how would you rank R&B in the '90s from early to mid '90s? For me, I would rank. That's a good question. Shit, man. I know it's gonna be cliche, man, but I'm gonna go with early first, then mid to late, man. Based on what I grew up, because I was born in '87, so I'm 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah. So I'm gonna go with that, man. I know it's cliche. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people don't like New Jack Swing. I like New Jack Swing. Is it my favorite style of shit? No, it's not. But it, it's a very important part of music, man. And you got cats like Bruno Mars doing that shit, that style, bringing that style back. Not bringing it back, but kind of like paying homage to that. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, yo, haha, you gotta chill with that, my G. You gotta chill. Whatever beef y'all got going on with Mike, we ain't gonna do that. Not on this channel. Y'all keep that. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be doing that. All right? We not doing that. So we not be doing that. Whatever issues you got, between y'all keep that. I never banned you. Must have some of the must have. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. We don't just we don't do that, man. But even though if you got an issue with somebody, you know, talk amongst yourselves, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Instagram niggas hit me up and shit. You know what I mean? So what song is more real in Bone Thugs House sent? Man, yo, not as that whole not as do you believe in not as Sunday school, man. Come on, man. Are you kidding me, Dartmouth? That whole do you believe in God, man? That is hip hop's that is the darkest album in hip hop history. Straight up. Yo, Steve, have you heard listened to Sinking Heights? Yeah, and at the time, I've heard a couple of their joints, you know what I'm saying? Back in the early 2000s, you know what I mean? Yeah. I heard a couple of their joints. I like some of their stuff. It's not stuff that I would buy, I would, buy from them or anything like that, but what's your favorite AZ album? Um, oh man, I would say his first two albums for me. Do or Die and Pieces of a Black Man or Pieces of a Man. Yeah, Doom had metal fingers. Yeah, Recipes of Doom, aka Zev Lavex. I gotta admit, something shocking. I actually bought the Brett Unrestricted album on Mazes for $100 something. Don't know why. It's got to. Is the album good at least? Let me know, brother. I would cut off On My Way. I'm a gangster, fucking or what, and probably cruising my nasty girl. I respect that. I respect that. But I still think Kiss Again Goodbye is a classic album. That's just my personal opinion. Mac Valley, my guy, was popping, my G. Hope all is well, man. Mac Valley, what's your opinion on the whole Kanye? I'm not gonna get into that. I could, but I know some of y'all niggas gonna ask me that, but I got too much. I got too much liquor in them. You mean? I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just gonna say fuck Kanye. I don't support what the niggas doing. Dude's a sucker. He put himself in this predicament. All these niggas they be saying that, oh, you gotta support Kanye. Fuck that dude, man. Nah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So whatever. Um, you get hints of Bobby Digital and Iron Man 2 and so like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, when he was using more synths, he wasn't really doing samples like that. You could definitely hear that. Jay Dilla went by JD until his later career, and him going by Jealous. So again, yeah, yeah, that's true. You know, I feel like there's a difference between JD and there's a difference with Jay Dilla. I feel like JD was more sample heavy, whereas Jay Dilla was like more experimental. He was sample heavy. He sampled, but he was more experimental compared to JD. So shout out to my nigga Mike Sis. Shout out to my nigga Ricardo. Shout out to my nigga Russ Hartley. I love y'all niggas. My brothers right there, man. So my riders right there, man. For real, man. Speaking cloud for life, you heard? Shit. That's right. Just had to throw it out there, man. For real, man. We inspire each other, man. We inspire each other. For real, for real. All right. 13 likes. I'm loving that. 22 people watching. I respect that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. Ray Cornley put for Cuba Links is a classic. Second one's solid too. Yeah, no doubt. Didn't Deck produce Let Me At Him? Yeah, he did. He did. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's funny because I saw Deck perform live down in like Lake Worth and 'cause I live in Florida and shit, Lake Worth. It's a joint, it's a spot called Speakeasy Lounge and shit. It's no longer in business, but yeah, I wanted to ask him a question and shit, but then he was like, I was like, yo, son, like, yo, man, because like I remember he was on the podcast and then he was saying like he was gonna put out an instrumental album with like nothing but ASR 10 beats and shit like he was on the ASR 10 and shit, and he also used the EPS 60 plus too. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, we need to put that shit out. I wanted to ask him that. But he was all about the groupies and shit. There was some groupies and shit, he was trying to holler at and shit. I was like, all right, man, do your thing, man. So thought that was kind of funny. So who has the biggest downfall in hip hop discography wise? Oh man. I would say KRS One, honestly. What rappers would wish you dropped an album somewhere in 94, 98? Yo, my opinion, bro, I would say Killer Sin, man. Killer Sin. Man, I would have loved the album for Killer Sin. You know what I mean? True Master, Fourth Disciple, Dirty RZA. Notice how I say Dirty RZA. I'm talking about Resurrected RZA. You know what I mean? Why Kim, the ill figure? That's it. That's all I needed from him. You know what I mean? Well, would have loved that. Top five Dead or Alive is a horror. I'm in the minority. I like that album. I like that album. It's not that bad of an album. I love that. I don't say I love it, but it's a good album. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. You didn't like that whole nasty album from the Beastie Boy that came out. I thought it was. No, I didn't like that album. I thought it was the intergalactic joint. Yeah, no, I wasn't jacking that shit. It was trash to me. Been a fan for years, bro, since like '09. Respect you. I appreciate that, my G. Appreciate that. Who's your top three favorite R&B groups, both male and female? Wow, that's a good question. That's a good question. Um, I like Jodeci. Jodeci. You know what I mean? Jodeci's dope. Um, yeah, Jodeci. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jodeci, man. For male, female. Hmm. I can't think of female right now, but I'm gonna go with Jodeci for now, man. For real, for real. If possible, favorite EPMD song. Wow, that's a good question. That's a good fucking question right there. Um, I would say Brothers My Jock, man. Yeah, Brothers My Jock right there. Yeah, off the Business as Usual album. Eminem, Karis One, El Cool J, Jedi Kids are one of my few albums when it comes to hip hop artists. Biggest downfall. Yeah, yeah, I give. Yeah, I give respect that. I agree. I had to replace my copy of Mace's Harlem World. Other than that, I haven't bought any albums lately. Yeah, I need to get a copy of that album. Gotta do a review on that album one day. Steven, would you say Big Time is how you love it as a classic? What's your thoughts on opinion? Manny Fresh and Birdman. Um, I haven't heard the How You Love That. I need to get my copy of that, a copy of that album. But again, they're not the best lyricists in the world, but it's the production on the album. You know what I'm saying? But that album goes for stupid money. It goes for like 50, $60 online. It's crazy. You know what I mean? As far as Manny Fresh, definitely one of the illest producers from the South that came out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Birdman, it's whatever. He's like a Puffy. He's like a Puffy of the South, in my opinion. Steve, have you heard any Busy Bone albums? Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you guys yeah, I posted his first album, Heaven's Movie, that came out in '98. Then I heard the Gift album, and then the Alpha Omega album. You know what I mean? But I do have the copy of Heaven's Movie. But it's another album that had a lot of potential. But my gripe with the album is that it had a lot of skits. That a lot of songs were short because of sample clearances was unfortunate. So it was like an incomplete album, you know. That shit had a lot of man. Whew, that should have been a classic. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just catching up. To me, I was saying Big Pun and Biggie would have released more albums if they were still alive. And was your favorite Marvin Gaye album? It's a toss between what's going on. Let's get it on. I'm off with Marvin Gaye. I'm gonna have to go with Trouble Man. That Trouble Man soundtrack is fire. Fucking love that shit. Sample galore. Word. Adam says Kale's dropped an album this year that was decent. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on that, man. Did you like the Resurrection album with Doug World or Pump Thug? I didn't hear those albums, so I gotta revisit. I gotta check those albums out. I kind of checked out after Art of War. I love Art of War, but I was kind of skeptical about Resurrection and Thug World Water, especially with that Phil Collins song. Wasn't really Stay Home or what that shit is called. Things are crazy about that song. Yeah, man, you don't really sweat that shit, man. You good, bro? Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, Mike, you good, bro? You don't have you good. What's the best and worst Run DMC album? Um, for me, best. I don't want to say best because I don't. I would say my favorite. Run DMC album is Down with the King. I would say their worst album, in my opinion, I would say Crown Royal and Tough and Leather. Tough and Leather had a lot of potential because Tough and Leather, had that's when like they try to get with the times, with the sampling and things like that. It just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out. But for me, my favorite Run DMC album is Down with the King. That's my favorite one, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, Mike is a real nigga, man. So, I'm gonna stand with that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stand with my nigga right there, man. So favorite Usher album. Um wow, that's a good question. That's a good fucking question. Confessions, man. That's his magnum opus, my opinion. You know what I mean? My second favorite would be My Way from '97. Because that album to me, My Way was like his breakthrough album. And then his first album, Usher, self titled album. Very underrated. But at that time he was with under Puffy. So, he was under the Puffy thing, but the Puffy tutelage. But then My Way, he's under Jermaine Dupri. And then, that's when he reigned supreme on that one. You know what I mean? But I would say Confessions is the best album, perfectly in my opinion. Um, have you heard I'm Every MC's by the Roots? Nah, what album's that on? Yeah, uh, Bill Cosby was good. Was good, my guy. Q Smooth, my favorite is My Way and Confessions and A701. I ain't mad at that. What's my favorite shoegaze album? Um, shoegaze. I mean, man, would you consider Cocktail Twins shoegaze? Because I love Cocktail Twins, man. I love Garlands. I love Moon and Mysteries or the Memories of that shit. I love that album. I love those albums, man. Garland, yeah, I love those albums. Jay Z's Girls, Girls, Girls Part Two or the original one. The original one for me. Have you ever heard Donuts and Dilla from Dilla? Yeah, overrated in my opinion. When the album came out, people was all over that shit. It's because he died. You know what I'm saying? But nothing too crazy, in my opinion. MG Om, hey man, almost there from getting signed from my friend. My showed my demos to a Rapids Hunter Virgin Records. Hey man, get at it, man. I'm with it, man. Mike, all day niggas know the vibes. You already know. You already know the vibes, my guy. All fucking day, my brother, my comrade. The original J was on HOH during those days. Beyonce may have softened Jay up though. Yeah, Jay, I don't know, man. Whatever. But that's true. It's the same thing with Nas and Khalees. But see, he broke away from Khalees. He kind of got back on his way. So, yeah, that's uh, MG. Once I get signed, we gotta collab. I'm down, man. But I gotta hear your shit first, man. I gotta hear your shit first. Dharma, what's your favorite number? Wow, that's deep. 4 and 7. Believe it or not, 4 and 7. Those are my favorite numbers. Yes, that Brown was amazing. I got it on CD Environment now. Many this. I respect that, man. I gotta check that album. I have her first two albums. I have the Frunctified and her second album from '96. Fuck is the name of that shit. Makai, so you got very dedicated. Yeah, I respect that, man. I appreciate that. I'm not consistent as some people. Cause some people, man, like and I get it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like as far as like putting out content, like some people like you gotta put out content like every other day. People you lose followers, but I do respect the fact that and I could have more. I could have definitely more subscribers if I post every day. But the fact that I don't, because I do have a job, I work, I work on music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't have the time. When I do, I put out quality content. So I'm saying, and plus on top of that, I be on Speaking Cloud podcast not all the time, but when I get a chance. So make sure y'all subscribe to Speaking Cloud podcast, please. Y'all need to subscribe to that. That's my channel too, man. For real, man. That's my channel too. Speaking Cloud podcast. You fuck with me, fuck with Speaking Cloud. Even though I'm not on there, check the live, man. When they go on live, click the subscribe button, click the bell button. So when Speaking Cloud go on live, you know what I'm saying? And the thing with Speaking Cloud, man, is very versatile. We don't just talk hip hop, we talk the shit like how I'm talking to y'all, man. We talk, hip hop, movies, wrestling, girls, life, relationships. So you never know. We unpredictable. We come with everything. So that's what I'm saying. Please subscribe to that channel, man. Please, for real. What do you think about Ludacris? Underrated, man. Underrated. Underrated. I got a couple of his albums. Did I send that Jada album to you yet? Nah, not yet, Mike. Not yet, bro. Whenever you get a chance. Whenever you get a chance. What makes a good sampler when it comes to producing? It's all about your ear, man. It doesn't matter about the sampler. Ludacris was very animated. Reminds me of a down south Redman. Yeah, he was influenced by Redman. He even said it himself. What is the worst KRS One album to you? Sneak Attack. That shit was trash. For one thing, it was edited. It was like heavily edited. It was like very unlistenable. I don't know how KRS One put that out. Excuse me. Why is hip hop vinyl so expensive? Because these fucking corporations, man. You know what I mean? These fucking hipsters with the fucking record store day and shit making shit expensive. Straight up. Fat Pat. What's up, big dog? Do you mess with DJ Screw? I'm not really big on chopped and screwed, man. But I love me some Texas hip hop, man. I love me some Rap Alive, you know what I'm saying? Some, Suave House. I love that shit, you know what I mean? Love that shit, man. Rap Alive, love that shit. All that old, all that, from the early to midnight, all that. I love Texas hip hop, man. Ghetto Boys, fucking the whole South Park coalition. Like Point Blank, K Reno, PSK 13, Too Deaf. Cats like that, man. I love all that shit. You know what I mean? And Swab House, you got Crime Boss, all that shit, man. I love that shit. Taylor, who else? April MGG, but they're from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I mean? But yeah, all that Texas shit, that early '90s, that '90s shit. You know what I mean? Scarface, obviously, or Big Mike, Mr. Mike, all that shit. Mm. Holy shit, I got mad shit. Yo, crazy. All right, let's see what's popping. R&B's I seen concert were 112. Oh shit, that's dope. Hell yeah. H Town. Antoine, next week, the two CD Barnes and Nobles hold for me. Total 4. Yeah, Total 4 is dope. That's with Africa. Letter album. Whatever for Heavy Weather. Thanks for being on the total and whatever for your Brown Cousin. Yeah, I appreciate that. Who do you think is the most consistent good raps you listen to? Oh man, that's a good question, man. Wow, that's a good question. I would say Rome Streets, man. He's consistent, man. As far as like Mayhem Loren, he's consistent. Definitely consistent, man. Also, Carol's One Showbiz Godswill was whack too. It wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, it was a cool album. I fuck with it. Is it the best? No. Could have been better, but it was dope. But I respect your opinion. Rue God, my guy. Peace, my guy. Yeah, we gotta build, man. We gotta build, man. We gotta make some tracks, man. We gotta work on that album we was talking about a couple years back, man. We gotta do that, man. Gotta build and make some joints, make some shit happen. You know what I mean? Well, we gotta make some joints happen. Rue God, word. Then we gotta hit you up, my brother. Rudy says, hands down, Speedy Cloud is the illest podcast on YouTube. I go to you guys all day. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Best rapper I seen in concert was Uncle Lucas. Every song he performs a few seconds, a couple of seconds. But that's a whole bunch of rappers today. A lot of rappers do that today. Because, for example, when they did the Dipset versus D Block, can't Dipset was doing that shit. They try to do like a minute or two. You can't do that, man. It's not a club. Whereas D Block LOX, they were doing that shit. They were doing like they was real professional about that shit. So it's not just them, it's not just him. It's everybody else today do that. Jacob says, "Do you like the intro song to Jay Z and all?" Yeah, fire. Million, yeah. Rom No More, fire. What's your favorite joints off of Eden East 99? Land of the Dead, Mystic Bill Collector, Die Die Die, fire, man. I could go on and on, but those are my songs that stuck to my head. Shots to the Land, yeah, fire, man. Whew. Here My Dear, best Marvin album slept on. I gotta check that album. I heard good things about that. And I know that's the album that influenced Nas with Life Is Good. I need to hear Busy Bones albums. Yeah, definitely, man. Check out his first couple albums. Fire. What's your opinions of Public Enemy? Yo, Bummer Show to me is my favorite album. Underrated album. Underrated album. Very dope album. I gotta do a review on that album one day. EPMD or Gangster? Which one you like more to me? I would say Gangster. Oh, Gangstar for me. I fucking love Gangstar. Recipes of Guru. Love Gangstar. Yeah. Shit, one of my first songs that got me into hip hop was Gangstar's Take It Personal. When I heard that shit, made me love hip hop. So and that was 92. But I was just listening to Public Enemy's fifth album. I gotta say it's fire, especially the last track. Are you talking about Music and Our Message? Underrated album. Underrated album. Fucking love that album. To me, the last good Public Enemy album. I was sad September when I heard Coolio Pass. I heard that I put out CDs for him and took Takes a Thief from Gates of Paradise. Two amazing albums I never heard. My soul album. I gotta check album. Yo, it's funny because I went digging and I actually copped the My Soul album. So I haven't heard it yet, but I gotta listen to it. But yeah, recipes to Coolio. And Miguel, what do you think of gas prices? Some bullshit. But you know what? It's cheaper than it was over the summer. So I'll take it for what it is. But what's crazy is that I use premium for my car. I have to put premium in my car. So it's what it is. If there was any other than hip hop you would have heard, you could have been better if the track was different. What would it be? For me, I would go with the Firm album. I actually like the Firm album. I know some people don't like the Firm album. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. But I think it's because of the track masters and things like that. But it's not as bad as people make it out to be. I can't think of anything. I'm kind of feeling nice right now. You know what I'm saying? Feeling nice. So I'll bring out the braids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Ah man, what's the most used sample in hip hop history? I was saying "Peace to President." Was the dope drum break? Yeah. Can you speak Spanish, Steve? And are you fluent? Yes, I am. Yes, sir. I used to live in Costa Rica back in the day. Wow. Favorite Cypress Hill album and least favorite. Favorite Cypress Hill album for me, I would have to say. For me, I would have to say Temples of Boom. Least favorite, Rise Up. I fucking hated that album. I mean, how the fuck you have one? How the fuck you have a Cypress Hill album and you only have three DJ Mug beats? Like, really? Nah, I ain't jacking that. That shit was trash. Infected Chris, hey, what up? Been subbed a long time. Appreciate that. Haha, Cocktail Twins is Dream Pop. But I think people put them in the shoegaze discography. In the I think Cocktail Twins they put them in shoegaze, but I don't know. Makai said, "Do you still live missing in New York?" Sometimes I do. You know what I mean? I do miss living there sometimes, but New York has changed, bro. It's not what it was before. So, you know what I mean? Do you think Cypress Hill's first time is underrated? No, I don't think so. It has a cult following. You know what I mean? It has a cult following. I think if anything, I think Temples of Boom is underrated. You know what I mean? Because um that was like their most darkest album. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was like I think it's probably because of the core fans. But as far as the masses, nah, I would say the first two albums was like their most popular albums in their discography. But Temples of Boom is definitely slept on for the masses. Shit, even the fourth album, four, that came out in '98, is underrated as well. This is my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Or so I don't think the first album is underrated. MG says my rarest album. My rarest album final is Left Eye Supernova. I wanna. Oh wow! I didn't even know that shit came out on vinyl. Yo, I have not heard that album. How is that album? I would like to know how that album is. I've heard, you know, it's like the album's like a fucking it, that's just like a unicorn because I know it wasn't released on it wasn't released in the United States. I think it was like released overseas. So and that's why it's so expensive too. Oh, excuse me. Um, peace, Steven. Jacob says, "Oh, peace, Jacob." Mike says, "True, of course, all fucking day. You know I'm a loyal nigga to the day I die. You already. Q Smooth. What is the worst Nas album? The nigga album. Fucking hated album. It's trash. Then hip hop is dead. Yeah, and then the Nasir album. Those three are his worst albums in his discography. And Rugas says NGL YouTube is mad different now. I like the older YouTube ill channels that be chill as fuck. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Jalil says Confessions by Us is my favorite album for me. My favorite song is Superstar, Burn, Caught Up, Bad Girl. Caught Up is my favorite song of that album. Fucking love that song. Heaven's Movie by Busy, mad underrated, dope. Probably the darkest track on the was Social Studies. Yo, Social Studies was dope. Yo, the highway joint. No, the freeway joint. Fucking love that. Love that. How underrated is OC? Underrated. Underrated as hell. Who's the most underrated West Coast rappers in your opinion? Um, most underrated. It's a good question. Hmm. I said Defari, man. He's underrated. They definitely be underrated. Christopher White says, plus y'all review albums that nobody in their moms review, so that's why it's up to y'all. I appreciate that. That lady Rage album I won eBay on vinyl for $30 was rare on vinyl. Well, I could imagine. That one was not that good. To be honest with you and be real with you. I would say double album from 2004 Streets Disciples. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, could have been better. I don't think it should have been two disc. Yeah. Let's see. You're right. What's your favorite Jodeci album? Yo, Diary of a Madman, all fucking there. It's my favorite album. Do you got Instagram? What can I follow you on? Man, I'm very scared of what I put on my Instagram on, man. I do have Instagram, but it's just because I've had weirdos in the past. I'll give out my Instagram, but when I feel it's the right time, I'll put it out. Just not now. Just not now. I'll put it out. But I got you. Have you ever heard Crazy Bone Thug Mentality? Yeah. I if you I posted it on this channel for one of my CD collections. I forgot what. Let me look it up. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Crazy, crazy, crazy bone. Yeah, if you going on my CD collection part 124, yeah, I posted that album, so check that out. Yo, Castle One Infinite, Eminem had Ill Nas. Yeah, he was influenced by them niggas, definitely. You see, man, down there. I appreciate that. I try to be, you know what I mean? Who got fuck Eminem, but Infinite M is cool. Yeah, I fuck with that. Christopher White, yo, I see because you did a while ago. Put me on some crime. I was like, yo, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That shit is fire. It definitely is fire. Q Smooth. The Fugees' first album was horrible. Second album was better. Even though it's horrible. I can agree to an extent. I can agree to an extent because where they came from and what the score was, like they were like a whole different group. So yeah, yeah, that album is fire, man. I fucking love that album. Do you have a sound system in your cars to play those CDs? Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't really play CDs in my car. Like I said, I play my iPod. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much it. You put that shit in my car, it should sound good. So, Red Hip Hop sees yo was good. Yeah, what's poppin', my G? It's good. You Godzilla, yo edited Big Twin, the Edo Nice, the Future Trap, did the visuals for it. Yo, send me a link for that, yo. Mikayo, into sports. No, I'm not. Oh, yo, well, I would rather work on some new shit and get the concert going. Yo, I'm down. I'm down for that. I'm down. Yeah, just let me know, bro. I'm down for that. I don't know if you got my number, but let me know. Definitely work on some shit. Alright, Redman's best album is Muddy Waters. Worst album is Reggie. Yeah, yeah, Reggie was trash. I agree with that. Rudy says, I'm not sure I heard this story that Busy had to leave the recording session. So I guess it was 2 months even though he rapped on it. Yeah, Busy is a fucking emotional dude, man. So I could only imagine. What is your top three intro tracks of all time? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Yeah, I'm feeling nice right now. Ooh wee. Have you heard of Supernatural? Of course, man. That's the god right there, man. What advice do you have for people who are trying to make it into the music industry? Because my dream as a kid was to always be a music artist, produce music, and for one of those I admire. Yo, honestly, man, just have fun what you do, man. Practice your craft. You know what I'm saying? Um, listen to constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Don't take things personal. Yeah, of course. When you start making your own art, of course you're gonna feel sense of weight. You work hard. Just know that not everybody's gonna like what you put out. Just keep doing you, man. People will pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And just keep getting better. Put out shit. Like be consistent. Get an Instagram. Get a YouTube. Get on Facebook, social media. Share your shit on social media, man. You'll get your shit out like that, man. Believe that. That's the best advice, man. When did Public Enemy start to fall out? In my opinion, what is the worst album from them after Music of My Message? For me, man, that there's a poison going on. Whatever that shit came out in '99. The soundtrack that they did, he got game. That was pretty cool. Not the best, but it was cool. But after that, yeah, they were kind of hit or miss for me, man. That's just my personal opinion. Greatest hip hop song is AZ. The format it represents real hip hop. Respect that. It's a dope song. AZ or Big L. AZ for me. I love Big L, but I'm gonna go with AZ. Firm album Golded. What's your favorite album that's produced tracks? Wow, and so much, man. Smoke Break by I say Smoke Break by Currency is dope. The song Serious by Mobb Deep, Prodigy, that was on the Free Agent joint. So much. Excuse me. Woo. Too much to name, man. Dirty New Yorker by Prodigy. Rest in peace to him. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of joints like that. MG's I cried when Coolio died because I actually mad at me. He wanted to do a song with him. Wow. That's deep. Yeah, rest in peace to Coolio, man. Got his first three albums. And I do have My Soul, but I have to show that on a later, album review. Album CD collection, rather. Austin and Dakota. Yo, what up from Ohio? I'm a huge fan of your channel for long. I appreciate that. Let's see. Cruz says Dawson Dynasty 2000. Underrated album. One of my favorite Jay Z albums. A lot of people hate on that album, man. But I fucking love that. My favorite Jay albums for me, Reasonable Doubt, Volume 2. Um, yeah, so Jay Z, Reasonable Doubt, Volume 2, Dynasty, and Blueprint. Those are my favorite albums from him. All right. CD collection is 134. I was surprised you got those Tone Loc albums. I'm a fan of Loc. I got Loc After Dark, the original pressing, the reissue on the CD. I got Cool Hand Loc as well as Possible Loc. Yeah, man, I had to get that. It's like I saw that it was cheap. I was like, you know what? Let me just cop the second album. You know what I mean? I just wish he put out more albums. You know what I mean? I would have loved the album from him for like 93, 94. Have some dope production from like Sir Jinx, Mike Dean, Battle Cat. You know what I'm saying? Some dope shit. Ice Cube would have been dope. Some like some beats like that. Like some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was focused on the movies. So I can respect that. So all right. Ruga says Dream Pop is newer than shoegaze as a genre, but it's the same. Beat the new boss, same as the old boss. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What favorite albums that grew on you? That's a dope question, man. Hmm, that's a good question. I would say Cormega's True Meaning, the second album. Yeah, that one grew on me because that was more of a realness album. I was more of a realness fan. True Meaning was dope. It was like a more mature album, but that album grew on me. So I would say that's one of the albums that grew on me. But that's definitely one of my favorite albums. That's a definitely underrated album. MG says that Left Eye album is amazing. It's expensive. I got it on CD and vinyl. Don't know how much it sold, but her Posthumous album was trash. That one flopped. Wow. Yeah, that is dope. That MG met Coolio. Definitely dope. Oh, what's your favorite albums for New Edition members? Yeah, yeah, I don't even know. It'd be real with you. Houston, what don't you like about all three Nas albums you mentioned? Wasn't the production? Yeah, it was the production, man. Production made it. It was that's what it was. Cause Nas is dope lyrically. It's just some of the production choices that he chooses, man. And I don't. I'm gonna be real with you, man. All y'all niggas be saying that Nas choose bad beats, cause DJ Vlad started saying that bullshit. Nobody was saying that shit before, but when DJ Vlad, it's like people listen to DJ Vlad. Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that dude, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. MG says, yeah, it was fast because I couldn't really talk to Coolio that much. He was going to a hotel nearby and asked for a picture. What's your least favorite Redman albums? Malpractice was trash to me. Reggie was trash. Mudface was trash. I'll say those albums were trash. I didn't like those albums. So I would say Mudface, Malpractice, Reggie. Those are my least favorite Redman albums. And it was crazy. Mudface goes for stupid money. I got pretty much got most of Redman's albums because Redman is like one of my favorite albums. But his, yeah, I don't know, man. Like they keep promoting Muddy Waters Part Two. That should have been. It was supposed to come out back in like 2009, 2010. And yeah, it's just like you've been talking about this in the late 2000s. Like my dude, like nah, dogs, nah. Oh, oh shit! I've been up since 5:30 yesterday morning, so you gotta excuse me. Oh man, the hospital life, you know what I mean? MZ Cooley was in a hurry. Yeah, I can imagine he's a busy guy, Rest in peace to him. Last question: what was it like working late nights at Walmart? Because I work at Publix late night. Do you like Publix retail? It's hard. Because that was your day. Yeah, man. I salute people that work at that work retail. That shit is not easy. Your mental gotta be on point with that. You know what I'm saying? But working late nights, it was an experience, man. Because I'm a night owl, so not like I was before, but I'm a lot older when I was compared to when I was younger. I was a night owl back in the day, but yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Met some cool people, met some interesting people, so some things, but it's cool. MG, good thing that you met him. Probably was busy. Snoop Dogg, No Limit, Top Dog, or Last Meal. Ooh, those are dope, great albums. But I have to go with Last Meal. I'm gonna go with Last Meal on that one. But No Limit, Top Dog is dope. No, shit. Those are dope albums, yo. I'm gonna go with No Limit, Top Dog. I'm gonna go with that. Those are dope albums. But dude, Last Meal is so slept on. People sleep on that album. Cause that's when you started with the shiz on my nizzle and all that. But you have some dope choices like Wrong Idea with Badass, Rest in Peace Badass, fire, fire. Cognac and Hennessy, fire. What's your favorite horror movie from the 80s and 90s? My favorite, I would have to say Friday the 13th Part 2. 90s, probably Child's Play Part 2. Yeah. Christopher White, I found an official remix of Street Dreams by Nas on YouTube and it's by the Beatnuts and in my opinion it's way better than the bit. That's interesting. I gotta hear that at my Miko, would you wear tight jeans? Yo, that's homo. I'm not gonna answer that. Hell no, nigga. You crazy? Wearing that bullshit. Too fat to be wearing that shit. Even if I was skinny, I wouldn't wear that shit. Ain't with that shit. Out of here. MG. MG, what can I see, man? Yo, post it on your IG on your channel, on your YouTube channel, man. Bro, do you like Rock Marciano new floor he's been using the last few years or so? I mean, I don't know, man. I like Rock Marcy's his I like his early shit, honestly. I'm more of Reloaded, Mossberg and that kind of shit. But I respect where he's going. Have you ever heard Third Degree from Dahlia People's Zalgiman's first produced? Yeah, fire. Fucking love that. Just a favor. Remember being friends with you on Facebook when hip hop blogs still had downloads. Good to see you, bro. I appreciate you, my guy. Peace to you, my guy. I should go to the bar that Coolio was going to after his concert, but when I got to Coolio was gone because I wanted to talk to him. So I left them with this show club. Yes, ass in your face. I'm with it. That's my top favorite Jay-Z album. Is Man Stuff. I agree. She went to a black female and I met Coolio and I showed her picture and she was shocked. My nigga. LeBron, peace, my guy. Peace. Pill Cosby, what's your thoughts on main source second album? Underrated. I know a lot of people don't like talk. A lot of people don't like the album because of No Lost Professor, but Mikey D is dope, man. Mikey D and the LA Posse, man. Part of Queen's history, and a lot of people need to recognize Mikey D. Son is nice. Son battle LL. I think he beat LL actually in a battle. You know, Q Smooth. What do you think about Sugi album by Two? Yeah, Sugi for my niggas, one of my favorite Tupac albums. Super underrated. Fucking love that. I love that era of Tupac, man. Like the shit that him and Stretch did, like Live Squad did together, especially like the underrated, that unreleased joints, fire. Rugard, Operation Doomsday, or Cold Vein. Cold Vein all fucking day. Cold Vein. I love Operation Doomsday, but Cold Vein for me. Do you think I Can't Feel My Face with Jewels and will it change the game? Probably, probably. But I think it's too late for that right now, honestly. I remember having a little Kim shirt when I went to the Coolio concert. Then I went to Chocolate and the black girls kept saying she likes my little Kim shirt. Yeah, my nigga, you got her digits? Come on, man. Then the strippers, man. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. Fuck with you. Fuck with you. Bill Cosby, I have to admit, I didn't like Man Practice, but Grow on Me. Yeah, I just can't get with the album. I would have to do an album review on all the Redman albums. From what I understand, that Mudface album gonna feel a lot of money, so I'm not gonna go out my way to get that album, but it is what it is. What city states would you never visited that you want to visit? I would love to go to Cali. I would love to go to Chicago. You know what I mean? I would love to go to New Orleans, Texas. You know, definitely would like to check those places out. Who flipped the best Scooby Doo sample? Lord Fitness, you know what I'm about, and MF Doom. Hey, hey, both. Hey, both are dope. Yeah, both are dope. I'm gonna have to go with Lord Finesse. And what's interesting with the Lord Finesse joint was that was his first that was his first beat he made on the SP 1200. Yeah, he said that. He always say that all the time. So I'm gonna have to go with that. It just sounds so fucking dope. And you can hear that song in the Trespass soundtrack. If you seen the movie Trespass, you can hear that in the background when one of that dude that was driving that was driving the Jaguar. Yeah, he was playing that joint, blasting that shit. Um, and Miguel, you got patience, man. Yeah, you got it, man. Thoughts on the RBX first album? Fire. The RBX files, fire. I showed that on this channel. If you go on my channel, type in RBX, it'll pop up one of my CD collections. I showed that a while back. Okay, who do you prefer, Blackstreet or Drew Hill? Blackstreet, man, for real. I've been posting my music online for almost 10 years, and none of my songs have blown yet. That's why I need a label to push me. Now, my nigga, you don't need a label, man. That's why you got Instagram, you got Twitter, and you gotta go to shows, man. You gotta perform, man. You gotta perform on live shows, man. Go to open mics. Can't depend on a label. Fuck a label, man. Labels will be becoming non-existent. You gotta go to a show. You gotta go to open mics like local hip hop. You gotta go out, man. You gotta go out and perform. Yo, put your shit on Instagram, yo. Like I'm telling you, man. Mikey D is definitely slept on. Yeah, I agree. Q Smooth. All right, my brother. I have to go to bed. Now you have a wonderful. Yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. You have a good weekend as well. Nakai, have you ever went to a strip club? Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. The time period I was to go to strip clubs every other Friday, man. I stopped going frequent them shits because strip clubs still, they don't do nothing for me. You know what I mean? So beg for mercy or diplomatic immunity. I'm not good with diplomatic immunity for me, man. That beg for mercy album got some joints, but nah. Diplomatic immunity is first, man. Fire, fire. K Reno, fire. Dope, dope MC. All right. MG official. The black female stripper actually wanted to date me, but she told me she was homeless and her boy was in prison. Of course, that's the typical stripper story. That's a typical story about a stripper. Her man's in prison, and yo, nah, stay away from strippers, man. I mean, there's some good strippers out there. They're cool peoples, but to date them, no, no, that sounds mad. But from my experience of people that I know that did as strippers, nah, nah, they're cool to fuck, fuck buddies, but that's just about it. So yeah, nah. What's your opinion of King Ad Rock and the song Paul Revere? I don't like the song Paul Revere. It's like one of the most overrated songs in the world. I don't like the beat. Curious Constipated Monkeys is my favorite album. So underrated. Curious has never been talked about as an MC. I put that album right next to Black Bastards. Dusty does. Yeah, yeah. It's a dope album. But out of all those albums, I would have to put Black Bastards, man. Fucking loved. That's my favorite KMD album. And Sub Rock did a lot of the production, but because when Sub Rock died, um, Doom had to kind of like finish the beats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, love K Reno, critical against system. Yeah, no doubt. Christopher White. Also, thanks for putting me on that Brotherhood Elemental album. I can't stress enough. That's one of the best UK albums ever. Yeah, that's definitely one of the most essential albums from the UK. And when it comes to hip hop, fucking love that album. So dark and gritty, dope, dope, dope shit. Underdog, one of the illest producers, man, for real. All right, guys. It's about to be 12:30. I'm about to end the stream right now, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe. Definitely you know, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Y'all be easy. Um, if you guys haven't peeped my YouTube channel, definitely check it out. Tune in, youtube.com/mobilarity1. Subscribe, click the bell button so when I go live, or when I post a new video, you'll pop it in. I recently did a CD collection video. And I'll just show you guys the reviews that I did. Um, the CD collection I showed you guys. I got BG Chopper City 96. Dope shit right here. It's just reissue, but fuck it. Glad I own it. Then I got BG's second album. Um, it's All on You. This is volume one. Fucking love this album. 97. So The nigga was what, 16, 15 when he dropped this joint. This came out in 97. He was 16. This came out late 97. So he was 17. Volume 2. You got Hot Boys, Guerrilla Warfare's. Definitely need to get his their first album, Get It How You Live, that came out 97. Definitely need to get that, but that goes for a lot of money. Let It Burn. This is pretty much, this came out '03. This came out like, this is songs that they recorded between 98 2000. You know what I mean? Had to get my hands on that. Dope shit. So if you guys like Guerrilla Warfare's, then you'll definitely enjoy this album. We got Give It to Diatron soundtrack. Smack. Got that. The album. Dope shit. Nasir. Nas trash album. Only like two songs of the album. And then DJ Aladdin. Ice-T and the West Coast Riders. Sports Your Vest in the West. This is 97. Dope shit right here. Um, Again, you know what I'm saying? If you guys like Ice-T, like his latest stuff, you guys like Return of the Real, then you'll definitely enjoy this. Alright, who God, yeah, definitely look up with me. Definitely. Yeah, Bill Cosby, yeah, it's a required taste, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I just like that ratchet shit and the production is dope, you know what I'm saying? And it took some real shit, took that street shit. It's not these fucking niggas out here, they be doing these cats right now, these drill niggas, yeah, ain't with that shit. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.